Greetings, Sanbonani, Dumelangi, Absheni. Hello out there once again. It's your boys back again with another episode of the Westrand Music Conversations. Hey, you know what it is, I'm still rolling with Bad Boy Mo that side, and we're coming with episode number 8 of the Westrand Music Conversations, It's a new year and we still push it. Otherwise, Mr. Mo, what's up, man?
What's good?
And me, I'm good, my man. So
I'm also good, dog. I'm happy to be here, man.
As always. So let me just give you the platform to welcome our new viewers, and our practical problem solvers and real talkers community to today's episode,
Shout out. Welcome to the 8th episode. And today we got an exciting one, man. As you can see, we got 2 guests today with us. It's about to be a beautiful day, man. Let's get straight into it, my nigga.
Sweet. So as you can see that we actually have 2 people sitting with us in studio today. But before I actually give them the platform to introduce themselves, let us know who they are. Just a quick reminder to click that subscribe button below down there, and don't forget to go check out our exclusive community of practical problem solvers. It's a platform where different people from different parts of life come together to try and find practical solutions for practical societal issues that exist within our community. After all, this is the People's Podcast Network, the Western Music Conversations is just operating under it, That's the one, my dear. So let's jump into our guests,
Welcome, guys, welcome.
So let's start with the lady, Let's start with the lady.
Ladies first, they have to.
We don't want them feminist movements, come or us,
Hi, Akani. Hi, Bad Boy. I'm good.
No, but you can holler at them.
Hi, everybody. Woo! And then they're showing through the camera.
Nah.
Welcome to the show. So let us just give you the platform, to introduce yourself to our viewers, and our listeners. Let them know who you are, what you're doing. And then other stuff will get to it,
Let's get it later on. Hi, everybody. Hi, people of the People's Podcast Network. My name is BlaqSun. Yes.
No wonder it's this hot.
I'm the reason. Yes, my name is BlaqSun. I'm a poet and I'm a vocalist, musician. Yeah, man, that's just who I am. I'm a lover of art, a lover of music, a lover of people. Thank you for bringing me to the space. And I'm with my boy. He'll introduce himself.
Let him jump in once.
I go by the name of El Padrino from KREATIVE'S. It's a group that I formed. Not actually I formed it to someone. But that someone is not that active anymore. But I still going.
I've been seeing some mixtapes there by Facebook. She's been sharing snippets. We're waiting.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so
much. Let's make it interesting. So, for our new viewers there, they can also go and go subscribe to our newsletter, our weekly newsletter there by realtalkwithak.wordpress.com. That's where you can get updates about what's happening around the podcast, because like I said before, issues are main. We are into a lot of stuff, because there's also artist management, there's events. So just to stay updated, that's where you need to go and check out everything, It's at realtalkwithak.wordpress.com. But apart from that, let's get back to our guest in studio. So
back to business.
Let's get back to business again. Mr. Mo, I've been studying with opening questions, for so long. And this is his show, by the way. This is not my show, Yeah. Me, I'm gonna leave this show, by the way. So now I have my own show up there, and I've been neglecting it. People have been complaining. So it's gonna be running things this side.
I think I'll just start with a simple one, bro, because I know who BlaqSun, and she didn't come alone. I just want to know what connects you guys? What brings you guys together? What's the connection there?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can loosely say we grew up together, right? With Zimu and Mangani. There's just a whole lot of us, but then Zimu and El Padrino. So we used to spend a little time with them, and then. I think in 2021, I saw that they into music and they DJ and playing private school on the piano, which is something that I love, right? So I would listen to Kelvin Momo back then, Gaba Canal, Stokey, and all of that. So one day they were playing in the car, and I'm like, yo, can I Shazam that? You know, and they're like, we play unshazamable music, and I'm like, hi, bo, put me on. So they did not trust that I listened to that kind of music. So spoke to Zimu sent me some links. I downloaded the mixtapes. I went ballistic, okay, and then they I think they knew Zimu knew that I sing and I'm a poet, but they didn't think that I wanted to be in the scene, right? Because I had started before and then I just quit for some time. Yeah, we'll get into that later. So yes,
There's still a lot of time to chow.
Yeah. So like we're just listening to the mixes, uploading, and then last year. He was like, I posted a video. I did a poem over a track in a mixtape, and then they loved it. And he's like, you know what? The producers are going crazy. So come in, you know? And then we started meeting the producers. We started with Massive Music and Shorty 2.0. We went there, we did Dreaming, and then all of a sudden, he's like, you know what? We'll talk soon. I think we're gonna do big things. How Jiggy, I'm invited into a group. Okay, Conquer 2.0. What?
What's going on?
What's going on? Why am I? Which one is this one? Why am I getting a WhatsApp invite? Oh, okay. Girl, just don't say anything yet, but you're part of us now. Hi, bo. I've been following them for like 2 years. I'm literally uploading all their mixes. Like I am fangirling at that point, and I'm like.
Wow. I can only imagine.
I'm with the big dogs, guys. I'm with the big dogs. So yeah, now
I'm interested into knowing what this group is all about actually.
Grand Sharp, it's not a musical group.
Yeah.
It's just a group.
Yeah.
Everyone has like their own vision and their own. There's no boss or anything. Everyone is their own boss.
yeah, he hates it when I call him boss.
Yeah, I hate it when you call me big boss or whatever. I'm El Padrino. But okay, Sharp.
Circle of bosses. I like that.
So Runa, how we work is give it a run.
It's just a collective of DJs.
It's just collective of DJs.
Okay.
And a vocalist.
Okay.
You're in BlaqSun.
Alright.
But yeah, we started
She's the only one killing.
Yeah.
On vocalist side.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are growing slowly but surely.
Yeah.
We're gonna have more vocalists, more producers, more DJs. Maybe we would promote. You just have to speak about it and see how we go forward. So yeah, you know, we're working on the clothing brand.
Yeah. So
slowly but surely.
Like what type of sound are you guys producing?
We are not producing yet because we are still DJs.
Yeah.
Go compared to where you mix. Yeah, like you said, you mix. We are happy as a BlaqSun. Okay. So yeah, actually so right producer. Slowly but surely, we'll be there.
Thanks.
So like me, I wanna get to the part of your stage names, you know, like what's the inspiration behind BlaqSun and El Padrino, you know?
El Padrino.
El Padrino sounds like Tony Montana's
Some
best
Spanish.
friend.
Like the Godfather.
Okay, firstly, El Padrino means the Godfather.
Well guessed.
So yeah.
But they don't pattern.
So yeah, now my listeners, Barry, I'm the godfather of selection. They say the way I select music, it's too good. That's why I get the godfather El Padrino. Mara kren shapo motho ke bitse le ke conquer DJ. Ka o tsena ke spana le na ka le conquer to go no re ni two. Really too fela re sa itlo retsa re tla bona go pele mfetso re di ntshang
You just gotta start inside, you know, you learn as you go.
obvious ha qala ni tsai ibile na rulwana because nna ne ke pitsa conquer to go no pe then ne pitsa conquer so you right or ka se pitsa conquer to go no mono re tse group re conquer to go no then o be le bitse ke be le then from there ba se ke ga etsa magela ka uwe
Hi.
go ntse go tsena batho fela na go no 3 5 6 5
Oh.
How come you didn't bring them to the Sunday?
No, we were double booked. We had double bookings that day. Yeah, we had double bookings. So I came alone. Remember? Yes, and then they had to pay.
But we on next month. We on next month. Basalebala, we on the 18th of February for the single and mingle love affair session here. And then the 26th is the unspoken words first session for the year, you know. So it's gotta be special, you know. It's gotta be special.
It's gotta be lit.
So Miss BlaqSun, let's get to you. What's the inspiration?
The inspiration.
Behind the name?
So, okay, it has a whole lot of history. Well, I think, like I've said, I've always loved arts in its entirety. So growing up, I was a dancer, and I can still move. Yes. So I did contemporary, and when I moved back to Kagiso from Soweto, there was a hip-hop dance group in my hood. Then I danced there. I didn't have a nickname. So I have this bubbly personality, right? So people may be feeling blue and whatever, and then I'll just come with that energy. So Kong at the time said, you know what, you're little Miss Sunshine.
Oh, you were dancing for Kong.
I was dancing with Kong.
Shout out
and kind of may his soul rest in peace.
I remember
Yes, you remember him now? Yes, so they were like, no, you're Little Miss Sunshine. Okay, why Little Miss Sunshine? Because when Anje, there's no downside. Every day you energetic, you are this bubbly person. You would be going through stuff, and then here you are. And I'm like, okay, Little Miss Sunshine. It's like, LMS. We went on with it, we rode on with it, okay? And then, fine, again, I started writing when I was 12. Didn't also have a stage name, so I was just writing poetry. And I was still doubting my singing abilities at the time. You know, self-esteem growing up is name. Yeah, no society, bruh. So, yeah, I went on with Little Miss Sunshine, and got to high school. And then I met Azania, I think when I was in grade 10 or 11. Fiona Mac, yes. Yes, Azania. She was my mentor. Yes, she was my mentor at the time, and she started Amazon Collective. I was with her there, and I was like, Little Miss Sunshine. But I felt Uti, being a short person, and I looked very young to be in high school, and everything was just too cute. I was like, no, man, I need a name that is going to reflect, okay, it does reflect who I am, but then I needed to reflect my core, you know, the deep stuff, the deep side of me. So I needed to be powerful, and again, we had started performing in Newtown, so we're getting exposure, Kospotong, Last Poet.
They shut down that place,
Joe. You know, it was epic. So she's like, Black Pearl. I'm like, why Black Pearl? I want to be in the industry, Pelamina. This is what we're doing for life. We're inside. I want to be within. So I can't be Black Pearl. Like, I can't be Black Pearl. There's Pearl Tuesday, there's Pearl with and there's two pearls there. And they are the real Black Pearl, you know. And I didn't want to be in the middle of that, you know. Okay, fine, we ran with Black Pearl. And she's like, you know, you will find a lot of white pearls around, but it's very rare to find a black pearl. I'm still trying to understand that from her perspective, and that was really powerful to me, because for someone who didn't see herself and have someone see through you and your talent and say that you are rare, then that should call for something. Okay, so we performed from 2013, I think. Yeah, we ran with it. Feta Skolo, 2015, went into local community radio. It's okay, we went with it.
So how was that?
It was amazing. I would really go back.
So if someone were to come, like maybe,
Mhm.
like someone who's new to the radio industry, they come and be like, yo, what's the biggest lesson have you learned, like, within the radio industry? You know, what's the lesson that you learned and you still use it to your own benefit today?
I'd say thinking on your feet. You know, when I was in radio, I did everything myself. I did the news. I started out as a newsreader. I had to find news for myself.
Yeah.
You know, unless they would say, no, cover this story. But I would literally be on the ground and find a story on my own. You know, read news that were relevant to the people. And then it escalated into being a presenter of a show. I was doing drive time. And it was baby steps. It was news reading.
Which station was this?
Mukhale FM.
Oh.
Yes. It was baby steps, Nje. I started out as a newsreader and then co-host and then jiggy
Do you
jiggy.
remember the radio drama that was there?
Yo, can we not talk about it?
I was fun.
Can we not go there? But yes. So it started out very small. It was news reading, co-hosting, and then boom, Karabo, you're doing drive time. Hi, Bo, Jaini. You know, I'm like, oh, okay. So I did everything myself, producing the show, music selection, everything. Like, I literally did that show, you know? So I still use that in my everyday life, that, you know what, I need to think on my feet. Nothing should stop me. I should always have my situation situated all the time.
Under control.
You know? Yeah, so I stopped performing for like 3 years, I think. And then I had writer's block, and I just felt, you know, I took a detour, right? And I went to school, and I felt my dream was not going to suffice, you know, so let's just give up. And then BlaqSun came.
So where does like music kick in for you guys? Before you were even El Padrino, and before you were even BlaqSun, is it something that has always been like in your family, or
When no one coming,
Yeah.
no fella, they're like, and then
when I
when I was thinking,
yeah,
I
no.
think you should start.
Yeah.
And I grew up listening to music.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yo, a lot, yo.
Like from a young age.
From a young age, since little one.
Yeah.
So you collected that music for yourself?
I wasn't actually collecting. Someone was collecting, then I would listen to one
okay.
track. Then as time went on, I started collecting for myself. Started going on to producer, the DJ,
Nahe, I come from a family of music lovers. My maternal side of the family, Bahata music so much. My mom was in the choir, ne? And my sister, my older sister, R.I.P., was also in a choir. Ne? So like they love music, you know, collectors of good music, like from old school R&B to underground hip hop to, like those that know me know my music taste is very because I'm a lover of music. It's eclectic, it's fun, it's whatever. Oh, I understand. No, but I get a playlist at Kopaning. No, I get a shuffle. You know, if I'm listening to hip hop today, it's hip hop day. You know, so. You see? So like I come from a very musical family, and when we're together we would just sing. We will sing and like keep quiet, you know, rough. You know, okay, and then I enjoyed singing assembly eskoleni, and after that I joined the choir doing choral music, and I'd sing a lot when I'm taking a bath, when I'm cleaning, because music was literally just everywhere. I can't live without music till this day. you know. Yeah, so I was like, because I've always been someone who wanted to be in the industry from a very young age, and I'm like, man, we can go with this. I started incorporating music into my poetry. I'd rather start a stanza with singing and then just run with it with poetry, or just sing all throughout, Yeah, and then that's just what it is. I just want to do this for the rest of my life. I just want to sing. I just want to write poetry. I just want to perform, Yeah, and have fun. And I don't want to limit myself. I deem myself versatile. I feel I can just jump on anything, and sing.
So
full artist.
what will you say, like, both of you, this question is for both of you, like, your music and poetry, like, kind of stories, what kind of stories does it tell? Like, when you sit down and you're like, okay, now I'm writing, okay, now I'm compiling this playlist, like, what are you aiming, what kind of audience are you aiming to draw towards your art, So anyone of y'all can jump in,
Amarana, honestly, yeah. Na kenale audience ke dlala.
Yeah.
So I get a mixtape here. I'll make. Okay, maybe I'll start first hour and yeah, I'll just go into soul. Take something you're looking. It's been there. Then I go on after that 1 hour. Get that then I go into 2 hours. Or at least deliver 2 hours. But enjoy the bone or care. I accommodate everyone when I do something. So I get that simple. So Langa Tina Pina BlaqSun Lene, Twiki Champion guy. BlaqSun Uratopela. Out the sun.
It's not like that.
And the moon and the stars and the soil and everything.
Water.
Why you
It's all about the universe.
Yeah. You work at anything, like she can say anything and then like would we enjoy? Yeah. Would we enjoy? Like a work a moto. Even though I week a moto straight, we work at the sun.
The sun is tripping.
The sun is tripping.
But in other message, like for every song that she makes, like Rata Lugu studio, I look studio, like she can get there, like I do the fella facts, and she should say, okay, the song. Like Yam Sharp already, like I want to okay sharp, Yamo Sharp, then she'll start singing. Something, and then she starts writing.
Then starts flowing.
Then she flows. She's where you want her to be.
Yeah.
She's haggard.
Right.
That's cool, because like a lot of vocalists, most of them that I know, like they're good in singing, but they can't actually write. Yeah. So I have to write them.
You have to give them lyrics. Like, okay, go.
Like, what does that come from? Like, writing. Like, do you even teach yourself?
Like, good inspiration everywhere. Well, I've always loved literature. I read, and conception of writing began when I started being inspired by Lebu Mashile. And I think a friend of mine from church always said when I recite poetry as if I'm like or something like that. But that's who inspired me to write poetry. Yeah, it started there and I was like, let me try this writing thing, because I would read something and I would love the styles that people would use when they would write. Like, how do you think of something like that and make it sound so good and make sense? So that's when I started writing, And I'm a very spiritual person. I feel everything I write, I write what I feel and I feel what I write. So I wanted to reach.
She's already performing.
I will, I wanted to reach everybody. And I won't tell you, inspiration when I start writing, like I could just be. There's this one time, and I think I was but I was just sitting, and then a concept came about a woman that keeps on having miscarriages. You know, she's having miscarriages, and I started writing as though I'm that person. You know, and that really hurt me. And after I wrote that poem, while I'm writing, I don't know what's going on at that time. I'm just flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing. After that, I'll read it, and then I started crying. I was like, why am I writing something like this? You know, why am I writing something like this? So it means to me that it will reach a certain audience. Maybe if someone hears it, or someone takes a video of it and posts it somewhere, someone who's going through this will be able to feel somehow, you know. So I take my writing very seriously, and I take everything I do seriously, because it needs to get to you.
We're working on a song, me and her, right? So,
yeah.
Like when we got the beat from That Boy Fly, I was expecting her to be on some like, can you write for me or something like that. But bro, she killed it though herself from the chorus to the verse. Like dog. That's amazing. Yeah, but I had to ask her what the concept is all about, because I couldn't read it. I could feel that this is deep, but I don't understand.
Work at the sun and the soil.
So you're a good writer.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
Especially when someone says, please write something like this for me. Yo, like, why ungela? Or why ungela?
But that's where your money is at, though.
I know. And I was like, I'll sit there, I'm like, oh my Lord. So I need to meditate on that. I need to, like, really infuse myself into that thought, infuse myself in everything, and then I'll just, okay, that's right.
So, as artists, what would you say has been like the biggest challenge you have ever come across, ever since you ventured into like this music industry? And what would you say like this has been like my biggest challenge, my biggest hurdle? Well, even to that, when you look back, you're like, my God, yeah.
That's so sad.
I think I stopped writing, I stopped everything, because I felt good to know this is, it's not happening. Like, you know, I just felt like and then you have passion. Agree with you have passion driving you.
These ones are bowling there.
Like you're driven by passion. You know, mara and people that have the power to put you on, they use you. They are gatekeepers. They only work with you so that they can get somewhere. Or you add a cherry on top to their project. You know, oh, you can do this. I need you to do this for me. You know, oh, I'm going to a slam poetry event. Please, I need a duet. It's not like you know, this is my concept, let's work on it. We run with it. Okay? Mara, ukusebenzisela cherry on top, yena he's headlining. Wena, you're just a supporting act. Or uzokufaka next time. You know? But you're there supporting them on a daily. You know? So getting into the industry is hard. It's hard.
It's something that can be done, you know, through unity and collaboration.
True. Conversation yesterday.
That's the one, you know, like, if you know most creatives were to understand that, you know, through collaborating, they stand actually a much greater chance of like tapping into this industry, you know, like, I think 2 hours ago, I just shared a post on Facebook, you know, talking about like collaborations such as, you know, for like we are at a point where like we're supposed to be working further, you know. We know that everyone can make music,
Especially
so on the lady graphic design.
Westrand,
Yo, bro, everyone is a musician in the hood right now, you know. And it's something else on okay, now how are we working together? How are we operating, you know? And this, you want to jump in?
There's really a powerful demonstration. Like, I've been looking at the music industry, to South Africa alone. Go hip hop, way, I spoon it. But I'm a piano. Like, every producer. They know each other, the vocalists, everybody. Like, let's talk about the ones that are famous now. Uban Ban has a song with Lady 2. Lady 2 has a song with Kanyisa. Hey, who busy? Who's upcoming or a song about even Balapo, you know? And that's what I saw even now. Pelamanje local. That's what I even saw with us now.
We're not local, guys. We're upcoming.
We are upcoming.
Why you gotta limit yourself to the board, you know? You know, especially
never we've been using that for minutes.
You know, it's upcoming, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes the power of manifestation, you know. True. Is supposed to be there, but you've been boxing yourself. Words are powerful.
So that's what I've been seeing. It's okay, in Amapiano, there's actually a chance of being a family. Yeah. Exactly. Because by Azana, you know, I've worked with, how many? 3 producers. There's 3 more that want to work. Bayazana nabantu, even though kungeke kuze kube personal, uzobuza ukuthi hayi khona omunye ngibuza uyi DJ athi why ungasebenzi noSibani bani, ngithi hayi siyakhuluma athi oh yeah you guys would do great together, and I'm like oh njani.
That's low-key something I've been trying to push, you know, because you know like about unspoken with these events, you know, like I'm trying to bring everyone together, be like, okay, here's a platform, you know, come, network, see, that's why you find producers, DJs, you know, even bands, you know, so it's all
I'm
about...
also trying to do that, dog, but like, with the song, I need, and like, I'm already working on it, like, I'm working on a song whereby hip-hop, because, you know, so like, I want these niggas to stop this thing, we can do it alone and stuff like that. So I have a track that's featuring like most artistic guys, and that's gonna be crazy. I just want to show them that we can collaborate. It's
what
possible.
I once said, we need something like Boma. What you call the hype session mixtapes, you know, whereby we just drop a mixtape. It has like different artists from the world, you know, different tracks. Some are piano, maybe first tape, second tape, it's hip hop, you know, such vibes, new age quite. Because you know, if we're not working together, then we're not moving forward, you know. So like, Mr. Mo, jump in, my man, before I jump in.
Okay, let me see. Your first song, like the first ever song.
First ever song? Yeah. Recent or again?
Your first, yeah.
Oh, the first hectic track. Okay.
Yes, this episode.
Okay, so I hinted that I had posted a poem. We backtracked with Yamapian, right? So Zimu posted it on his status. Shorty 2.0 was like, who is this girl? Can she sing? She sounds like she can sing.
Wait, like the first time we were talking about this, like this year or last year?
Last year. That's why I asked. Recent or that.
Where it all started.
Where it all started.
Like when you step into the studio and you're like,
now
this is my first official today. This is for the people, you know, I'm feeding the masses now.
Okay, let's give a little history. So first time being a studio, I was with J6. He calls himself Westside 6 now.
Okay, he's killing it.
My buddy, my dog.
Yes,
shout out.
He's killing it.
No, actually, it was with you guys. Hardcore Rappers Entertainment.
We are there in the history books.
You are there. I did one of my poems, Pull the Trigger, and we were working with Nilo Kunja. Oh, Mara, Azanye. materializes, then fine. Then 2013, J6, Uti, hi man, you sing, right? And I'm like, yeah.
Under the table.
Anyway.
Anyway, you sure?
Yeah, please.
Celi endorsement.
Yeah.
Idlule kancane.
Idlule kancane. Bayibonile. Yabo. So, actually, no, I have a song and you'd be perfect for it. I love song was. Even though I open my heart and lay my eyes on you. It was beautiful. You did that, the J6, cool. Then pause. And then fast forward to 2022. That poem, Zimo post, Shawty 2.0 was like, she sounds like she can sing, can she? We've been looking for a vocalist, Massive and I. And I'm like, and he's like, yeah, cool. Forward my number. Forward my number. I have a track for you. Send the beat. I was at work there. And I left the office. I went to our lunchroom area. I listened to it and I'm like, Snapchat. Let me sing over this. And I'm like, am I dreaming?
You know, when I saw the video of you on Facebook, I was so happy, man, because like I was wondering who Black if she's still recording.
Yeah.
And then bang, a video last year. I was like, yeah.
You know, and she comes back, she's BlaqSun now, you know.
Ilanga
Elimnyama, you know, back inspired, has more meaning, self-awareness, back where I belong, you know. He told it, Joe, you know, it was like, am I dreaming? And I'm like, hey, bo. Wow, because now most of my content, I gonna love. Yeah, I get cool laugh. Not really. Like I used to say I'm the Adele of poetry because like everything is just sad, you know. But then it has motivation, but it's sad. So it's very rare when I write about love and it's actually love. I know sad ending. It's just love.
So you want to leave us crying.
Yeah, but so Tina, we will tap into your emotions. Hi, bon, Melanie's express. Yeah, but
So should cry now,
you know, and yes, so that's what happened. Like BlaqSun, I'm very pro-black, pro-African, pro-everything. I'm one with the universe. Yeah, but so I was like, BlaqSun, no malanga, you know.
So is this song out?
The song is out, but under Massive Music and Shawty 2.0. So Tina, I was talking to my team, we're working on an EP. BlaqSun.
We'll get to that after the break, you know, but before we actually go to the break, let me just find out from Mr. El Padrino that side, you know. What would you like to Spanish? Corona no the radio and yeah. So like for you, when did you drop your first official project? You know, you were like, you compiled this and you were like, okay, we are feeding it to the people, you know. And how was that moment for you, you know, as a DJ?
Yeah, I was scared, you. I was scared, like. You don't mix tape is a it's just so release, I think 5 or 6. Like 5 or 6. It's so release. Then the day I decided to release, I was like, wait, okay. If I don't release, I'm going to wait for something that's not going to come. Let me just release. I released my first mixtape. Obviously, next 80 but internet, people saying we have these songs, and that's when I started hustling with locally, exclusive, yeah, then from then, I got about 1 minute later, no, this is not what we want, this is what we want. So obviously, this before Batuba Barizi, audience Yaka Sintu Bata, audience Yaka Bata, the Pinot CEO, or Twirican or Twirik, but for a few yana, but a lot. Then I started hustling one producer or one DJ or Kalutu, Tola music, handle, get to the more, like what are the producers in child in no, everything's a little Georgia, but I didn't carry it.
So let's just take a quick break.
Quick one.
We'll be back after it, but before we actually do so, just a reminder, if you are still with us or just joining right now, to click that subscribe button, and follow button if you are listening on Spotify. And don't also forget to go and check out our community there by patreon.com/realtalkwithak.com. It's a community of practical problem solvers. Like I said earlier on, that it's a community where like different people from different of parties are coming together to try and find like practical solutions. Hence you see us, venturing into a lot of projects. Dialogue sessions, for unspoken words, because we are all about practicality. We don't just sit here and talk about, but we also on the ground, delivering to the masses. But apart from that, we'll be back after this quick break.
We did.
Thank you. Back again, guys, from our short break. Hey, that was a quick one. Hey, and we are still with
Smoke break. Smoke break.
Hey, lady, what's up? And check out message. The updates. Okay, is it
It's Friday.
It's Friday. It's a Friday afternoon. But right now, for sure, you are watching this episode on a Friday afternoon, the following week, for sure.
Thanks, guy.
But apart from that, just a quick reminder to our viewers, to go and check out like our exclusive community once again. By the way, it's not only an exclusive community. There's also podcast merchandise. There's also the gig, but the long sleeve, the t-shirts, hoodies. All of these brands, they are there. It's an online shop basically. So it's a way of you supporting the podcast if you want to see us grow, expanding. So we can actually have the mobility to move around, organize tours with the organizer. But that's another way of supporting the podcast. So you can just visit patreon.com/realtalkwithak.com. That's where you'll find all the details that you need to know. But apart from that, let's get back to our guests, people of the hour, people of the moment, our creatives, So like, I want to know now, as artists, as creatives, we live double lives in most cases. We live double lives. There's life at home. There's life, So how do you balance those lives, your personal life and like your life as an artist?
Very tough, tough. Marai. Don't give up. It's gonna be.
Dad.
Why bad to you?
Yeah.
You have to go get it. Oh, Mara, hey, you're not difficult, baby. Chunzo, I wanna eat meat for it. No, El Padrino. No, I can go and croon and I go well, but no shame.
On a lady situation where else, family die only what you're doing. Like, wow, the studio, but our parents are programmed. if you say you work it. If there's no money, you just wasting time.
You're wasting your time, Baba. It's not their one. They don't trust the process. They don't trust the process. Like, it's really hard to juggle all of that. I mean, I have a full-time job. Okay, I work 12-hour shifts. Okay, I work 12-hour shifts. I'm a new mom. I'm the only child left for high. So, like, good up. Come on, BlaqSun, you know? And I have neglected BlaqSun for a very long time. And I told myself, well, I'm not doing that anymore because she's who I am, you know? So I'm just running with it. Like, even if it means half past 3 and then I took a bath, I went to work.
What?
AM.
Calling in for
AM. We were in Soweto. We did 2 places. Yes. We did one go Prafisha, we did one go Malabo. We went back to Prafisha. And then Raboa. Half past 3, I was driving back. Got in, took a bath, got a nap, and then uniform, work. You know, it's really hard because I'm trying to get 25% mom, 25% child, 25% BlaqSun, 25% work.
Like, I'm curious to know, with all these things that's happening in your life right now, all these things that you're juggling right now, like, how are you, or where are you mentally? Because, you know, some other artists, it's fucking up.
Right now,
they can't deal with both.
We are living in times where, like, most artists suicide, because we don't address, like, our mental health. And our mental health, usually as the creatives, it's fucked up because
it's always working. I can safely say Kimakoporosh in my head. What's Makoporosh?
Just juggling.
I won't lie. Like, I have battled with mental illness for years now. But and given when you've been in battle with something, you master how to fight it. So I just found that balance. And I know if it's a time where I need to feel everything, or I just need to shut down, I do that. So nothing else suffers, you know? So as much as Hulima Koporoshmo, but we keep moving.
I think it's also important to take a break now and then.
Yes.
Like, you know,
at least, you know, what's fun.
Shabella Dizzy Day, this one, it was up and down. You know, there was a time going to my mom's was like, I call, you overweight. You could. But how was Shabella, like, you love this thing?
Yes.
That's the other part. When you love something, it's hard to stop.
Exactly. And they worry.
But it's important to take a break.
Yeah.
It's important. And the parents worry.
Just take a stroll, you know. That's another way of cooking mental block, you know, because as creatives, they get sharper, and they don't exercise, they eat the junk food, you can imagine I like eating, you take off
Happy, habor babor. Yeah, man.
So, like, as creatives, as artists, you know, what would you feel like has been like your biggest performance, like the biggest crowd you have ever performed in front of others? What was that moment like for you, being in front of that crowd, you know, killing it?
My biggest crowd. Animal Westrand.
Yes.
Animal Westrand.
Hope of the best, you know, best minds.
22. Kasiri, it was because I got on it, expect the same vibe. But I give it out way too bad. Better flower, more boy. After me, I'm all of us.
Ladies,
yeah, but it's a flower, yeah. The lily babe.
Emhlakeni lie. But makagiso there's something from Mhlakeni, you know. Even Randfontein, you know. Hey, this place is.
Hey, sure. And ke event tse ithutse ke la ka bona le nna gore itse ke ka pelo ka iphumetse. Lo ba tlhalla batho. Mara this year just one different. Tlhalla go concert batho le club.
Then a festing. You feel me?
Hey, oh, get something ke batla. Ka se raise that to speed for.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Ka di sale BlaqSun mo teng. Go bona gore di tlontsa.
One time.
One time.
My biggest performance. No, you know, like I wanted to talk about something in the past, but the past is in the past. That was BlaqSun is redefined now. So my first performance as BlaqSun was for Silver Star. It was a fashion show by Sunel. Shout out, mommy, love you. Then that was amazing. Like I was nervous. I was scared. I was like, what am I doing? You know, I was like, no, this is not me. Like, I'm not doing this. I wanted to quit. But I was like, you know what, let's run with it. Let's do it. You know? And when I saw them come, I hadn't done my makeup yet. I was like, okay, they're here. Okay, they're here. I'm
So
calm.
yeah.
I'm calm. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, it was crazy. I did a song. Well, it's like we recorded it, and because it's not complete, and I have a very deep connection to that song. Like when I wrote it, it was ashuku, you know, it's a prayer to me. So when we did that, I was going to do it a cappella, and then this man there was like, nah, let me put in the piano. Piano and guitar are my first loves. So there was no guitar there.
Two instruments, you add them to any vocal, you know.
They just, it's explosive, right? And then we just went with the piano there, soft. And we just ran with it, and then ning ning mole kutla percussion. And I was like, okay, what is going on? You know? But it's like, you know? And we just ran with it. And I felt myself transform on stage. Like we were there, Tony Stark vibes. You know? I was like, okay, cool. That was my best performance.
What about you, West
performance. Yo, I fumbled the bag there. I really did. It was in 2018, if not 17. There's this place there by Mapoyamo, the tavern. So Kati Thursday, it's unplugged sessions, I think. Yeah, so there's a band there. Like there was open mic. So we would go there with my friends, like if we wanted to distress from college, you know, and just have dinner there. We knew music is there, you know. So really that's my type of vibe. But he open mic one day. Yo, and I was like, yo, and I'm like, you know, I'm going to kill this song. I started singing. It was fine. And then somewhere instrumentals went like this. And because instrumentals are going like this, now you just lost your vibe. The notes were all sketchy. Like, yo. Like till this day, I have flashbacks and I feel like I could just delete that day. Gonna live with it for the rest of my life. Yo.
I think it stays in your mind forever because you're supposed to learn from it.
Yes.
Every day, if I fuck up,
you know,
I know the feeling. The feeling is shared, you know. I don't want to go back there. So, like, you mentioned something earlier on about you being a new parent, you know. And you know, we have, you know, new mothers out there, you know, who are also artists, you know. So for you, like how would you say like the journey has been so far, you know? Because when I left BlaqSun, now you know there's a new life to the picture, a soul now, you know, it wants, and we know for the kids, you know, they want all the attention, they take all the time.
They do. So my journey as a mother has been one of the most hardest, I think, and very emotionally taxing, because when I was pregnant, I lost my sister, and at the time she left me with a 7-year-old. So I became an instant mom while I was preparing to be a mom, you know? So it started there, and like I just hit the ground running. Okay, fine, just trying to juggle that. And then gave birth, and I'm like, okay, we do this. So like I have 2 boys now, all right. And then it just kept getting hard because my son was colicky all the time. So that was really stressful. And I was like, I don't got this. No, I don't got this at all, you know? And then it was that, and then I had to go back to work. It was just hard settling in. So last year, as I said, like a lot happened, and my mom has been the biggest support. And having her around made it easy to be BlaqSun, to be Karabo the mom, you know? Yeah, and we found a nanny, and we just collaborated with Jay and Remy. We're helping each other raise these boys, and that's how I'm able to... Yeah, Womanda, you know? Yeah, so all I'm saying is it comes with guilt. It has a whole lot of guilt. I guilt trip myself most of the time, like, I should be spending time with my son. But at the same time, like, I want to be BlaqSun. At the same time, I want to have a personal life, you know? It's really hard. It's hard. But all I can say to the mothers out there, please don't feel guilty. You know you love your children. You're there for them. Like that little time that you spend with them, like just changing his nappy, you know, feeding him, being there when he's crying at night, that is something. And you know when you can't be there, you have them in your thoughts, you know. Mara, just make sure that you make it worthwhile when you're with them. Yeah, that's it. After I gave birth, it was just me and my son like this. 4 months coffee. No, actually 5. Yeah, 5 months coffee when I was with him maternity leave. So I was with him the whole day. The whole day. I bonded with my son, and I know for those few hours, he knows he has a mom, and we reconnect every time I'm there. So just console yourself, guys. You're doing great.
How would you feel if he says he wants to be like you?
I would love that. Please.
Little BlaqSun.
A little BlaqSun.
Little BlaqSun.
Yana under black moon.
Yes.
Or yellow what? Please. Whatever. I would love that so much. I would invest.
Despite the challenges you had coming up to the game.
Despite, I would be there. I would be there with him every step of the way.
Mara, I think it would be easier because for Black Moon.
For Black Moon.
Because BlaqSun already went through everything.
Yeah.
So it will be easier for him.
That's very important. You see the importance of networking. Everything you're doing, your kids are supposed to benefit.
Exactly.
I
didn't even see them doing it.
But that's why we're networking. We're not networking for ourselves. The friends you choose right now, the people you choose right now to venture into business, they are going to be what your kids call connections in future. Because how something with your manner? Let me call Uncle Mo real quick.
Fix something fast.
Such vibes.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. So I'd encourage it. I would definitely encourage it. You know, because I would encourage it because see, like shout out to
Indian or Chinese medicine. Oh, really? If you're not into medicine, all it is, or nurse,
yeah. So like shout out to my mom. My mom is very supportive. But then guys, we must just remember that our parents are old school. They always tell you that you must do something that you know you're going to fall back on. And when they don't see revenue,
it's bad.
Mara, yeah, at least bayazama ukusupporta because we convince them and it's yes, and then that's
selling that vision.
you know. So yeah, Mira, my mom tried to help where she could, Mara, because it was not materializing. She was like, hey, girl. Whatever you decide, I'll be there with you. Yeah, but so Mina, I'm going to make sure that I will not stop. Because there was one time I was crying and I was like, you know what, Mama, nako tukhela market theater kausani. And it's not safe. Human trafficking, I'm gonna go. This was 2015. Go, ECD. Batlang krake go betse ka montle ha market lab ke bona sentle go gaoa. Like,
speaking of which, I don't
maybe. Okay, I made a promise to a lot of people. So yeah, should the dates come out, we're going there. Yeah, I made a promise to a lot of people. They've been Karabo, I know Karabo. I'm like, I'm scared. I'm like, I'm scared, guys. So yeah, I made a promise to a lot of people. So
me too as well, right now.
Yeah.
In front of our audience.
Yeah, even for our audience.
It's fine. Yeah, I know, we'll go.
So, I want us to jump into like one of my favorite questions.
Okay.
One of my favorite questions. You know, at the moment, we are living in times where like our government, I would actually say they've neglected artists, you know, creatives.
Thanks.
It's only focusing.
No.
Eh?
No.
Continue. Continue.
You know, we are living in times where right now it's hard for artists, you know, to get support, endorsements from like our government. For instance, even when we try to visit the event, you know, you need to know someone within, you know, for things to happen or but they have collecting or something. You know, there's always a catch. So here I am, guys. Yeah, they are given the opportunity. They make up maybe one of their minister of arts and culture, the other one maybe the deputy or an administrator within that department or manager to run. What's the first thing you're doing different for creatives in the industry? You are given a position of influence now, whereby you can be like, I can change this, I can change this, I can change this. You know, if we do this, these things can actually open up doors. So what's the first thing you're doing?
That's a tough one. You know, like being a young person living in South Africa, we've lost hope in the government. Not personally. Like I've even just shifted my focus from everything. You know, I've shifted everything. I don't even think about that stuff anymore, you know, because I'm thinking to myself, we're doing everything ourselves. You know? So, and the only time they would jump in is when they see whatever it is that you're doing is materializing and they try to fuck it up. Sorry for the profanity.
It's an open platform,
you know? Sorry for the profanity, but given the opportunity to be a head of state and handle such a department there at Joe, we are funding each and every small or upcoming collective Sunday sessions. Do you understand? We fund that. We make sure that even in schools there's like formal arts and culture for the maximum. There's real talent there, so we will sort out talent. We would have like platforms in schools where there's like practical drama studies and all of that. Because in government schools, I used to envy children from Marosi schools and because they are theater and tontons and their drama classes did something for them. You understand? So we would start from the ground. Let's start from the ground. And while we're on the ground, we fund lezi sizibona ukuthi ziyafika, and then we set up some sort of revenue there and have artists that are already there get a certain percentage from the funding ekhona. Angazi if makes sense.
And now you're making much sense. You're preaching.
Yeah. And then El Padrino.
Aisha. Nakhat kina unswere brother. Share. Azaka ka fihla le mo like my thoughts. I never thought I'll be there creating today. I want this to happen, that to happen. Okay, I've been thinking long term, but not in that sense. Like,
But you know there's something wrong in the industry.
Yes.
That you open.
There's something that's broken.
How is Sheba? And you know how is Sheba? You like Marai. It's a 1, 2, 3. That's the 1, 2, 3 we wanna know. How can I? Because at the end of the day, we're also trying to raise awareness about such issues via any platform. We don't just talk about music, we also have to talk about such issues. Because at the end of the day, they affect people. Because, as an individual, like you said, you don't box yourself in as an artist fair. Hence, these days, you see former artists, parliament, where they're like, oh, I can also do this, and then you know that you're working for the people.
That's true. Like, also, like, it's just been a thought. Like, how in other professions, if you're working as a doctor, when you retire, you have something to sustain you. Do you understand? You have something to sustain you. We should have the same for artists. Like, it breaks my heart and or umuntu akasena like anything aseka bringa for to feel ukuthi yazi nasi stop sign sama ngisabhala ngisacula. Do you understand? But then they have nothing to sustain them, yet they've done amazing work. Iphi imali yama royalties nama productions where Tuzala are also a problem because you want to eat from me, Mara, you're not putting anything for me on the side. Do you understand?
I feel like there's a certain laws that needs to be introduced because right now we should be thinking long term.
Exactly.
Because right now we are all out here trying to break a generational curses.
True.
Because majority of our parents, they didn't plan long term. That's all Bonamaj is shying. Student debt is buyer, but if we plan ahead, we know which as artists, maybe for instance, artist manager or production house, okay, income, okay, 5%, it goes directly to a certain account for the artist, which is whatever should anything happen is covered and so this is this guy. So I also wanna ask this. I'm not sure which this trend is still happening, but we have people back then, like learners or students walking out of school, to pursue their music careers. What do you think can be done, to actually prevent that from happening? Because, there are those certain individuals who to vouch on school it's not happening. Me, I just want to write music, I want to make music, that's what I'm passionate about school. So like, what can we do for to encourage them with battle?
Art studies should be there. Like, we can't have one school as what's this, intermediate phase and high school king secondary yeah, intermediate phase, and so we can't have one school, National School of Arts. There children stay. I doubt there's anyone that drops out there unless if agasafunu ge. Do you understand? There umuntu uyadraw. They know to drawing is part of whatever it is that they do. Yes, they have their English there, they have their maths there, all of that, but main focus is their art. Do you understand? It's the skill that is there. And Anita's Piwama, the gifted are different. Do you understand? If you're going to to nurture the mathematician, nurture the musician, nurture the sculptor.
Start from like primary or something.
Exactly.
Like even like production classes.
Exactly.
I told you what in high school
Be
maybe there's a
practical.
studio where you can learn production, such vibes.
To the drama.
Well, understand. Like you can tell pure maths, you can not entirely. If you're going to give me a paper now, I'd probably fail it.
Can pass forget. High school, tertiary, that's what happened. If you ask me, like, what were you covering? Go varsity. I can only maybe tell you one thing or two things, but the entire time what I did, it was crème pass forget.
Okay, I can't say that. But with the maths, no, let's be practical. No.
The right angle.
The right angle and all of that. Okay, that is practical. Okay, this is the right angle. You want like shape everywhere and stuff. Fine, but then I'm not gonna do Euclidean geometry as I'm walking. That's not for me. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not passionate about that. Give me something that I can do. Like, let's be practical. Exactly. Bana ba China ba etsa di phone. Rona re duletse go mastera.
It's a maths, physics. That's whole.
And then we look down upon people that go to FET colleges, right? They drop out, they go to FET colleges. We'll tell you it's like engineering.
And it's to buy up because FHs they also offer like the these people literally stand a chance of getting employment because that's where the experience is really fantastic. Unlike you when you go to tertiary, you study, you are passer. Now they're like, okay, now you're on your own now. Go look for employment.
So that's a guy experience.
What a training experience.
Just graduated, and another person has a greater chance of opening a business for themselves into an FET college. They don't even need employment from a guy. Get?
Yeah, but it's really hard out here.
It is.
So,
yeah, okay, me are more musical than on the side.
I am the admin.
Yeah.
I am the man behind the machine.
The machine, no.
We work behind the scenes.
Would you guys ever sign a record deal?
No.
Why?
I stay with Conquer to play now.
Yeah.
But there's that trend of saying like maybe coffee, let's say Universal, okay, we want to sign Conquer 2.0.
It's just that with record labels, it's really fun. And it's risky, man. Yeah.
It's like they have hidden messages.
No, you just have to consult.
Yes, you have to consult. Provided that I've read through the contract and I've made consultations, relevant consultations and I have proof that they're not gonna fuck me over or my crew over.
So I can go.
Bona, we can go, but I'm sticking with Conquer 2.0. And wherever I'm going with Conquer 2.0. Like we're just going to do it Casper West style. Casper West kept family tree, and then you just want to be my distributor. That's right.
So you guys would love actually to own like your own demo one day? And if yes, what would you do differently than these other because
don't exploit people. Don't exploit people. Like, don't exploit people. I mean, I would cry, honestly, if I would be exploited. Because I literally, I'm writing. I'm receiving music. I'm listening. I'm conceptualizing. So I deserve my 60%. Keep your 40. Don't take my 60 and give me 44 what?
Or nothing.
Or nothing. I will. My 10K every man.
It's just.
You just gotta learn the art of negotiating. So now one thing I've realized most artists, how cala over contract, because you know record labels operate from a perspective of a contract go 1 million. O bona tšhelete wena like hey, now this is money. Contract go go le ga o e bana go start scheming fela wa feta. Kanta o bone le go tshetse go go this lump sum and then every month go ka 3.5. Just started just ambitious how that artist ba re go 3.5 ke go be. O setse o thotse nyobo up front. Instead of you sitting down, you know, reading through that contract and saying, okay, instead of y'all guys giving me this 1 million, let's do this. And maybe monthly, you know, counter offer. You are allowed to do those things. Yes. And most artists, if I have on a contract, they do it. I just want to sign.
I just want to be under this person now.
Sure.
Being an artist, you struggle, bruh. You struggle. And once you see those.
How about you over there? Like, hey, I've been waiting for years.
Yeah. Like ever since I've known Mo, in Great Pants, he's been doing this. So now, how come for 2 million? I got it. Oh. You know.
Because you know sometimes the artists like we sign with a certain record label, and then the album like it's under my visual. Hasana contract such vibes.
6% there,
Now one thing I've gotten to understand with every day, the artist is supposed to get more, you know, the KH, because when at the end of the day, you just there touching base about you. So it can always be okay, 10 to 90. You know, you just take your 10%, because you're just a middleman. You know? But the person who understands the process, the hard work, dedicated.
And record labels are supposed, besides making money, are supposed to help artists actually.
Exactly.
Not fucking them.
Exactly, because you're the face, you're the one that's lovable out there.
And I want to ask something, guys. I can't we're trying to put bread on the table. But how do you feel about this thing of upcoming producers selling their beats at the moment? At the end of the day. But I have to sell a beat in future. Why rather not to own a fella beat hospital?
It's like song is for
because you know I've been singing it for my beats are not for free, you know, you can't always be on send me a beat. Why much it about tips away trouble when I now tuna landa bone as died in a habai group. Yes, they can sell for outside people, but for people in your hood, you're not supposed to be doing that. Because at the end of the day, y'all are trying to push each other because you're going towards the same direction, which is what the industry.
That's a video.
I don't know, shit.
Niggas are out here charging for the studio session, you know, charging for 1.5, 2,000. Dude, I'm unemployed. I'm grinding then myself $1. So where do you expect me to get that 1.5 or get like a cover the mastering and the front roll? Because like I get that 1.5, you know, you're already thinking, oh, okay, if I can take 500 kilo, I can maybe toll it. And then I get a check and so you see.
I think the producers that is you, from my experience, are those who think they can do it by themselves, because why they think they literally the shit. You know, whereas, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, and that's not good at all. Whereas we have niggas like who doesn't mind, you know what I'm saying, to share beats because he knows once that song pops, we all pop.
Exactly. You know, you can sell for people outside, you know. Like someone maybe adds or maybe that's when you can be like, okay, I want my 1.5 or 2,000 for the beat, everything. But for niggas in your hood, That's a mentality we need to get rid of. It's one of the reasons we are being scattered because egos are at play. But apart from that, we are about to head our conclusion. But before we do so, I would just like to find out if Mostly has anything to ask you.
Not really.
Not. So,
Questions come along and for now, they're questioning my
So, as a wrapper up, what we usually do before we give our guests, from 2 minutes, in to just talk about maybe certain issues that we feel like we didn't touch on during our conversation, just to touch base with our viewer. I get into the so now it's your chance, to talk to our audience, and then also let them know where they can get your music, your work, where they can interact with you, for bookings and so forth. So anyone of them can jump, because the one who can shapa gajem and then say
so feel free.
No, Sheila. What's up, mood?
The one selling beats what?
Yeah.
Because it happens to us as well. Like, producers are, let me not say Westrand, producers are all fair. Miss Karabo Mahada, Tola Joang, 150 for like one song. 150. Why? No, I've worked with the big gangs and that thing doesn't mean anything to me, one thought, because still a producer or to create it now and I can
and that's also a compliment.
For music, how do we? When you start saying I've worked with someone, all in digging, I just cut you off on try to be reasonable one because of keeping it way. How we enter, it's gonna be way cheaper than Kayo.
Anyway, now I promote that because we're getting a
Like
mixing.
a high chance of being exposed to international markets.
Yeah.
Like, well, when I have a producer and DJ,
you just have that. You have to have that thing for like a DJ. I get most of the gigs. Where now producer, you can make the music. At least the larga bua for every month. Go send like 5 people. Pina tigana 1 ton for every month.
I'm working on a track,
Yeah.
$1, and then body profiting high color, a proper high Kenya. I'm taking my share, 30 EU, taking.
Not give anything really. Not just give me your music, I'll play it. If mutu wata ho regalene, I'll just send you number or if we're inside, you make money, now just play it. Or it's again, what to be familiar with. Or download, buy it, do something, streamer, one ton.
That person is still upcoming. Auto artist 1.5, but a hardly lemon or even thing. You won't say the value at 1.5. Such bad translate because at the end of the day, we are trying to do what? Move, okay, now let's expose this thing. You are trying to create an audience. Key platform, your audience, such vibes, Kid lots of ones already go industry right now.
But at the same time, I feel like also you must not decrease your worth in a sense, because at some point you started out as an artist that would perform for free, right? And like we've been saying throughout the show is that we all trying to eat. Lorna, as an artist, you have to be reasonable and you must look at your market. Okay, fine. If we can can afford this. When you put your rates up front and say this, well, I understand. But there's one that once approached me and said, I need you to do a song for me in camp perform what. But okay, these are my rates for now. And this is by management, by the way. Do you understand? So, Arugona, where have you performed and who have you worked with? If I were to tell you who I've performed with, most of the people, Baba, they're on TV right now. They're in radio. So, but I've shared stages with them. What is that? Do you understand? Why should you working with someone? It's like what El Padrino said. You working with someone makes you expensive all of a sudden. You know, it doesn't make sense.
We're not supposed to have a piece out.
It's a
You must know your word.
You must know your word.
Don't
Keep
put
your word.
Some put according to okay, next spend a little more.
Exactly.
No, God, when you big.
You should also learn to use your value.
Exactly.
Don't lose your value.
Don't lose your value.
As well.
Just know when to apply it.
Hey.
Now you know, can I concept there for if you from the same code. That's one thing we are Spanish and collaborate. If we're talking we're talking percentages, not payments. Okay, now we are collaborating. Because what we're trying to do, it's expand beyond the goal. And we all have the same challenge. It's but how to allow what's like a creative from the hood. Like what's the goal? I wanna put my hood in the man. That's what we're all trying to do, but separate, you know. So how can I collaborate? You know, it becomes simple because now this train is moving, you know. When I the driver, when I the manager, when I
I start carrying the West on my back alone, that shit gonna be heavy.
Yes.
Exactly.
The mental health is what
yeah.
you know. Maybe about Buka, maybe Joburg or guy. They're like, yo, come for me, like, you know, I have 3 of my gents from the hood, you know, I'm coming with them. Or maybe Chad. But I lady artistic outfit, okay. This is the entire Westrand, you know. That's how you put the hood in the map. But how you want they're gonna be okay. That's more from Westrand, I fade, Ladder, and short. One of the reasons to try to cook as Savannah, that was Panisana Letale. You know.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck about us, these niggas, you do. Get your Mahona lady studio, Yana, Zeba Fitling Barabadi, it's a car, see you.
Events,
But apart from that, you know, like it's been an interesting conversation.
It's been a deep one.
Yeah, the final moment. But, you know, thank you for taking your time, you know, and like agreeing to join us, you know, for this episode. It really means a lot for us as a team and for our viewers, most definitely. I know they enjoyed this one, you know, there were laughs, they were tears. But apart from that, if you're still watching, don't forget to click that subscribe button, and you can also go check out the episode on our streaming platforms for audio. You know, it's Spotify, it's available on what's this, Apple Podcast, you know, Castbox, you know, all your streaming platforms, we are there, you know, just to name a few. I was just naming a few, by the way. But apart from that, don't forget, for the 18th of February, we're still on for the Lava Fest and session. Go Palafala Park at Kahiso Hospital View 1754, you know. There's gonna be games, you know, for couples too, you know, and then for the single, since it's the month of love, we don't want anyone to wrap up the month of love. I don't know. We are tired of this, you know, single depression, but sometimes they are low. So we're trying to fill those voids, you know. Even for BlaqSun El Padrino performer, Poet Poemo, you know.
You know what?
Even hanging leaves, by the way, it's just quiet that side, you know.
That's good. Yeah, you know.
But apart from that, like, it's been a dope one. We are signing out. Listen.
Thank you. Siyabonga.
Siyabonga. Ameranda nkwe.
Wait.
Thank you.